Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have
Matthew, and I'm playing Clever Stitch, the Tabaxi Arcane Archer.
Yeah.
Next, me or Kez?
Kez. I usually try to go in reading order, but for some reason, Matthew and I mean alphabetically. But normally we're the other way. But
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. So I don't know.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
Nope.
It's 2020. What do you expect? Read the other direction. You make it up as you go. I don't know.
I'm Kez, and I'm going to be playing Treasure, the Tiefling Fighter.
Hi, I'm Cole, and I'm playing Olaroon, the ASMR Paladin Warlock Sad Boy.
No. Dead boy.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm playing... Who am I playing? That's right, Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy, y'all. This is Mars. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Alcoholic. Scout.
All right, guys. So, welcome. This is Disasters in Danger. It is our D&D 5e high fantasy game. So, we continue to learn about streaming with the Talking Heads. We used to all be in the studio together. We missed that. Someday, hopefully, we'll get back to it. But with 2 record high days of coronavirus cases, we're going to continue to try to be safe here in Florida. Tonight, we do have a giveaway. We're super excited about that. It is from our sponsors for this season of Disasters in Danger, our friends over at Norse Foundry. Norse Foundry, yes. Show that thing. So this is the dice tray of folding. Super clever name there. You can see the logo there on the back. It is soft, it is pliable, it snaps together, it's lightweight, it's durable, it's got a good finger feel to it.
Don't call it that.
Exquisite mouthfeel.
Yeah, well, it's better than mouthfeel, okay? So, so this is our giveaway for tonight. It is our giveaway for June from our friends over at Norse Foundry. We're going to be doing a standard in the chat giveaway. So hang out. We'll give you a hashtag to enter, and you or one of our patrons will win this bad boy tonight. In other news, we do know that Twitch is having some problems for a wide variety of users. So if it looks like that is going to affect us or the majority of our viewers, we will cut tonight short, but we will do the giveaway before we go. Otherwise, we like to do it at about our midway point of our break. So there's the plan with that. Rest of the schedule for the week. Tomorrow, we have Storm King's Thunder, I believe. That is
yes.
Go for it.
So, Storm King's Thunder is a pre-written Wizards of the Coast campaign where giants are going crazy, pretty much. And in the game, Cody is one of my players. I DM it, as well as a cast of other people. And we may have a surprise guest next week if things go according to plan. So make sure you stay tuned for that coming up next week. But also make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow, because it's going to get real.
Yes. Also, tentatively on the week, we do have the end of the Call of Cthulhu game. So we've had a couple of delays in our Tuesday and Wednesday games the past couple of weeks. We apologize for that. Please continue to be patient with us. Follow us on the social media so you can stay up to date with our schedule on the daily. So there is that. On Thursday, we should be back in Wildmount, continuing to have adventures and finishing up the Dead Jarl's Citadel, which is a good time. Matthew joins us and Kez over there in that. That's a good time. Also, Friday, I think we continue Dragon Age, and Saturday, midnight, should be back, might be back. We gotta check on people's schedule, because some people are returning to work, and so there's some flux in that. But if we need to take a night or a week or two and reshuffle, we absolutely will. All right. Anything I'm forgetting? Anything going on with the rest of you guys? What's happening?
We still need those 30 patrons.
That's
remember.
right. Yeah, we are. We're doing a drive to get to 30 patrons. When we get there, we are going to do a art giveaway from our wonderful in-team artist Kez. It's going to be a full-body character color with no background. She's done it for us before. She's also been working on some of the art for Campaign 2 of Disasters in Danger, which is an absolute blast. So we're really looking forward to being able to do that again and experience that. Matthew, Friday night, you guys?
Yeah. Friday Night Live with Central Florida Vocal Arts. I don't know anymore what's being performed every Friday, but music of some kind will be performed on Friday at 6:30, I think. I will remind you on Thursday whenever I remember the details for sure. But I think it's 6:30 or maybe 6, sometime around there. The Central Florida Vocal Arts Facebook page will be live broadcasting some wonderful musicians, mostly from the Central Florida area, although we have had some guest stars from across the nation since, we are in the digital age and everybody is finally embracing digital stuff. So we have the opportunity to kind of have a concert with many people from around the area. And I want to say that this week is one of my really good friends, Olivia, doing some teaser stuff for the musical 9. Because we were supposed to do that musical before everything happened. So I want to say that that's what it is, but who knows? Come and find out what music it'll be, because it'll be great no matter what it is.
Yeah. That sounds like a very good time.
And then come watch Dragon Age.
Yeah. Age of Dragons.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever age we're in, it's still an Age of Dragons.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, if that is it for... Let's find some background music. Cody's on the DJ today, so you know what that means. Eclectic moments and varying amounts of being able to hear it. So good luck to all of us when it comes to music. Now, camera, I didn't move. I'm still here. Stop. Your autofocus nonsense is killing me. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? Our adventure takes place on the continent of Lichtdracht. It is a new continent to the members of the Republic of the Black Gem. They have ventured across the March of Glaives and endured a long-standing war with the Hobgoblin tribes of the north. Now, some 10 or so years after that time, our heroes are members of the Magnus Exploratorium. They are adventurers that assist students in dungeon delving as they study both local cultures and ancient relics and ruins of the past. Recently, our team has returned to Dorian's Dawn, the home of the Magnus Exploratorium, and discovered the city on lockdown, as many of the expeditions had been attacked on their return trip from their varying places, attacked by lizard folk dedicated to the adamantine scale. They've done a fair amount of research. They've discovered that there is somebody within the college itself, most likely somebody in the faculty or one of the staff members, that is assisting orchestrating these attacks. They don't know how the contact with the adamantine scale works out just yet. They also have discovered the machinations of another adventuring party who seem to be working in conjunction with these shadowy figures. They've discovered that religious relics from the Cat Lord, but potentially other deities are being smuggled through Dorian's Dawn out to Nikavaria, which is was a fort during the March of Glaves, now a very busy port city of industrial nature. Not the sort of place that religious artifacts would do well being sold, or anything of limited functionality. Now, let's see, who's just returned? Yep, it is Talroth, Sirach, Saride, and who was our fourth? Who was
Treasure.
Treasure?
Me.
So sorry, Treasure. I should look at the screen more. So those 4 members of the group. Last week you guys traveled with Otto Weirdbottle and his compatriot Horn. I think that's just her name is Horn. Yep, Horn. Her last name's Horn. You didn't catch her first name. That you guys traveled there. You discovered Otto is an utter sociopath or psychopath. Probably both.
He ate still living fish.
Yeah, he used his he has a love of acids or caustic materials, and ceviche a living fish, and then ate it. Because why not? But before that, he did burn alive all of the people that they had quote unquote paid to.
About 20 or so homeless people dead.
And brigands, not just homeless people, brigands too. Yeah.
But I think we can all agree that the fish thing was weirder.
Yeah, I mean, look, I ain't no master chef or nothing, but ain't there some safety regulations that have to be followed with that? I mean, like, maybe war crimes against stomachs?
Like, that's going to be like a real fast close-up on Gordon Ramsay with an unprofessional face, just like, what the, like...
Why did the fish cross the stream? Because to get away from the acid? Is that... I mean...
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I know ceviche is technically a valid cooking method, but...
Right? Yeah. It's far more malicious if you don't kill and scale and gut the thing first. If you just sort of pour it in its mouth and shake it like a salt shaker, then
and or a Polaroid.
Shake it like a salt shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker.
See, really, I was more like a mixed drink.
Like a mixer glass?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to be out here twerking on stream because of you, Cody.
Hey man, we all vibing. Get them moments when you can, right? 2020 too rough not to be vibing when you can.
Look.
I only speak the truth. So, so our friends have made it back to Dorian's Dawn. You were warned on pain of death that if you were caught back in Dorian's Dawn, you guys would have to be killed because they would consider it that you had attempted to muscle your way in on the racket, and they cannot allow that. So, warnings have been given. You were also coated in poison and acid yourselves, and then eventually given the neutralizing agent for all of that.
There was so bad and so much coin cleaning.
Yeah. You guys did make a couple of coins. You spent a chunk of them, but it got you home, you're hoping, before Otto and Horn have made it back. So we begin our adventure. Well, actually, we're going to take a quick moment. We're going to check in on Clever Stitch and Olaroon. You guys have about 5-6 days of time when you're waiting on word from the other team. During that time, is there anything in specific you guys want to try to accomplish? I don't know if anyone else can hear the music, but that
I can
creepy
hear it a
laugh
little.
just spiked real weird.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, we're changing that out.
I forget. What was the opinion? Alan McLaren, the head of anthropology.
Mm-hmm.
What was his opinion of us once we had sort of finished our dealings with him?
Alon McLaren's opinion of you. Make an insight check.
All right. Oh, a natural 20. So,
Hey!
I think it's a 19. Nope, a 22.
Okay. Nice.
First good way to start off the night.
Absolutely. So, Alon McLaren's opinions of you were relatively high. You guys seemed professional. He knows that you have a good relationship with seemingly the other teachers and heads of colleges and things like that. So I would not describe it as a completely selfless interest in you, as you guys could potentially provide him with information on academic rivals or people of the such. But with that being said, it's also not a completely malicious or self-serving interest either. He recognized you guys as doing good work, and yeah, he doesn't usually spend a lot of time with the adventurers, so in some ways it's reassuring to be like, oh, these are the guys hanging out with the students and getting, all right,
Yeah.
well that's kind of nice, but also at the same time it's like, he doesn't necessarily have to bother with you.
If there's any way possible, I would like to spend not necessarily all day, every day, but a chunk of my time ingratiating myself with him and trying to forge connections with other heads of other departments that did not give their keys over immediately.
Okay.
Starting with him.
All right, so why don't you? We'll pay 25 gold pieces. We'll call it a carousing check, and you can make a persuasion check for me.
Perfect. Well, it's a flat roll, but let's see what happens. A 12.
A 12. All right. You know, he is. He has a decent time. You get the feeling in your conversations, there are definitely those awkward pauses, or those moments where two people that don't spend a lot of time together, when you're both like, you're talking, go ahead, then you do like the hallway dance, but in conversation, essentially.
Yep.
So that happens a few times, but it's like, you don't think he's going to invite you to meet the missus, but he also will smile and wave at you when he sees you, and if you come and talk to him, he won't turn and leave the room
and run.
Yeah,
okay.
he's not. Yeah, he's not trying to avoid you. You know what I mean? Like, it's
cool.
It's a decent little rep there.
Perfect. That's all.
Cool. Olaroon.
So, I will be doing two things probably during these couple days.
Okay.
One, trying to glean as much information about the arms of the Fated as possible from Alvaro and the library. If Alvaro has the time to speak with me. And the other thing that I will be doing is attempting to divine the answer to the question that I asked the Lord under the mountain in terms of the location of where I could possibly find Dawnbringer.
Okay. let's start with a persuasion check. To see how much Alvaro is willing or has the time and capacity to talk with you about it.
Will do. So that's a 17 for a 24 on persuasion.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, what in specific are you looking to find out?
Essentially, what are the known arms of the Fated, like throughout history? Like, what are the ones that have been kind of shown up, and like, where did they kind of, where in history did they kind of disappear into obscurity, so that I can start trying to like pinpoint where their locations might be in terms of Lichdrocht as a whole.
Okay. So, there are 13 known arms of the Fated. Give me just a second, because I want to be able to see you guys as I go over this. There are 13 known arms of the Fated. There is, in no particular order, Bloodburner, War Leader, Faith Stealer, Wild Waker, Glory Maker, Blade Breaker, Dawnbringer, Beast Tamer, Night Bleeder, Blood Drinker, Pact Amender, Secret Keeper, and Wonder Worker. Those are the known arms of the Fated. The arms of the Fated, it is also known, never bind themselves to the mythical figures of Lichdrocht. So the Wanderer, the Revolution, the Tyrant, the Madness, none of them are ever bound together. The few things that are known is in the last 50 years, Bloodburner was broken, specifically by the newest and actually sort of earned its name as such, was Blade Breaker, and came into its own as an arm of the Fated. They are not invincible, but they are long-lasting and enduring. They all seem to guide and attach themselves to individuals of specific callings. The Battle of Blade Breaker was I'm sorry, I have to pull up my map here. Look at me having stuff. I have props and things. Ha ha! Sorry, I, as a GM, don't always. So, it was actually not far, relatively speaking, not far from here. It was in the southern peaks of the Central Scale, which is just off the map, below in a part of the Great Forest of Bain Aista Nai, which is is the greatest sort of elven sylvan wood in the eastern portion of the Dracht. It is, as you experienced, Bloodburner was being, they were sort of invading and burning down part of that forest. And it was known that a new arm of the Fated, which are said to be masterly crafted thinned gauntlets, are the Bladebreaker. Other than that, Alvaro knows where Glorymaker is.
Glorymaker's kind of hanging in his room.
Yeah. He's just always hanging out, right? He doesn't. What do you do with that at this point? But it's his. He has it. He earned it. He's not going to give it up.
I think he should.
Yeah. You worked hard for that. The other...
made a lot of glory for that.
Well, it is rumored that Beast Tamer is wielded by its chosen throughout the central plains that stretch out past the 4 Point Farms, although no one's been able to confirm who currently wields it. And
so you said throughout the Central Plains by what now?
Past 4 Point Farms, past the western crossroads, so further to the west.
All right.
And
sorry, I'm trying to write down all the locations of these so that you don't have to remember them all.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That is very kind of you.
Yeah, because you also know if you rely on me to remember, I will forget and change where it is.
And they will change.
and I will have no shame about it. I'll say, no.
Nope.
The other one that has recently resurfaced is Wonder Worker. But that's more of a myth than a fact. It was said to be wielded by a engineer from the Black Gem Republic in the final days of the March of Glaves, and and about 3 years following it throughout these eastern cities. So in the areas of Novelbrechtus, Nicovaria, Eastern Crossroads, supposedly came through Dorian's Dawn. It was rumored to have been used to erect towers 9, 12, and 13, which is not on this map, but it's in the area. So. That is all Alvaro knows about the arms of the Fated. He's only ever seen the one, plus the one that the half of one you guys brought him.
So that's Alvaro.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Bladebreaker, Beast Tamer, and Wonder Worker as the ones that I even got an inkling of.
Yeah, and Bloodburner.
Yeah, and Bloodburner, because Bloodburner is essentially with the same person who has Bladebreaker.
You're not sure. Know, whoever used Bladebreaker to break it may have taken it with them or may have done something with it.
Okay.
That it was last seen.
Okay, so Bloodburner, last seen.
In the south central scales, south of Fayenaistanaya.
Okay.
It makes more sense if you look at the map.
Oh yeah. All right. I'll have a look at that, and I'll probably have my own copy of the map with like
Yeah,
pings in it at random points.
sure.
It is.
Sure.
It is pinned and also just barely slightly up in the disasters chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be
Um,
2, one for reading and one for travel purposes. So
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So, in terms of the question I asked the Lord of the Mountain, Lord
so-
under the mountain.
Lord Under the Mount. So you were looking for where Dawnbringer is. I believe that was the question.
Yes.
Okay. He did promise you an answer, and so an answer you shall receive. There is a series of black peaks that are west of the current map, but those mountains are known as sort of the last scouted places of the Republic. And yeah, I apologize, guys. I know I owe you some answers from the Lord, but remind me, I will get them to you. So yeah, that it is beneath the Black Mountain peaks.
All right. I have a heading at the very least, which is exactly what I wanted.
Yes, you do. Okay. You guys so you guys gather up. Where would you like to meet? Do you want to meet in your normal brewery, or are you worried about where to get together? Do you need to find a different location?
I mean, if I'm correct, the only time that they were ever there was when we had them over there for the Battle of the Bards.
Although, wait, isn't this the same people that the little one,
Quick.
yes, that Quick was having us, that got us in contact with them, and Quick runs the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we don't meet at the tavern, just if we don't want to be around the black market people.
There's got to be other taverns in the area anyway.
Well, that's the best one though. But yeah, we can find another.
Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is go into one of the nearest clothing stores and get a brand new outfit, re-braid my hair a completely different way, and just kind of rearrange how I look to kind of look like a different wood elf.
Okay, make a disguise check. How much money are you spending on your new look?
At least for the clothing, I figured probably just a different set of just common clothes, nothing that would really stand out,
Okay.
and just kind of rearranging pouches and stuff.
Okay.
Just basic things.
Mhm.
So maybe like 10 to 15 gold.
All right, sounds good. Check it off and make your disguise check.
That would be that'd be performance, wouldn't it?
No, it's a disguise kit is a tool proficiency.
So I have a disguise kit. Can I give him help on that?
You can, yeah. It is dexterity if you're doing disguise on somebody else. It is charisma if you're doing disguise yourself. So,
Do you want me to change you up there, Dalroth?
Yeah, that actually might be a bit on the good side, because especially if we are the persona non grata in this town at the moment, we might not want to look like the way we do. So
Yeah.
hit me with your best shot.
So that's dexterity plus proficiency.
If you are proficient, yes.
I am. It's one of my tool. It's one of my tool proficiencies.
Awesome. Yep.
Okay, that'll be a 20. Where is that? 23.
Wow. Talroth looks downright respectable.
Now, Sirach, can you work that magic over here? Because, and she looks at herself and realizes just how distinctive she looks.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, bird, I can give it a shot.
While they're attempting that, could I try to find a helmet that might actually fit Treasure?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
This one I rolled a 13, so that's 13 plus 7 for a dirty 20.
Okay.
And I got a 16 on the investigation.
A 16 on the investigation. Okay. Yes, you can find a helmet that fits her. You put her in long sleeves and gloves, and
She's probably going to bind herself down, and because she realizes she's so big, she's going to try to make herself look like a male tiefling.
Okay. All right. That's a good way to go about it. So
Hair up into the helmet.
Mhm. Yeah, if you're just looking for a standard helmet, we'll call it, I don't know, 10 gold, I think.
I got that. I'll take care of that. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna see if anybody. Yeah. Nothing magical that you can find to change her appearance. But with the, but you do get a sort of gold faceplate on the helmet, probably in Lickdrock, probably similar to like a Viking style. So it comes down over the eyes and nose, and I'm just Skellige in The Witcher 3. How's that? And then you can get like sort of a cloth piece to kind of come up over her mouth. So it's warm. It's the middle of summer, so you're sweating. But other than that, you are pretty well disguised.
I'm from the desert. This is probably not terrible.
You are. You're from a dry heat though, and this
Oh,
continental
good
heat is there's more humidity here. So
This is disgusting. I'm gonna need such a bath after this. She's now very glad she bought that perfume.
yeah. Sirach, are you attempting to disguise yourself?
Of course.
All right. Dexterity for you, my friend. No.
Is that
charisma
no?
for
It's
you?
charisma for me, right?
Yep.
All right. This is gonna be. You know what, Talroth, you want to help me?
Yeah, I was gonna offer to help Sirach out there.
Okay. But you're not proficient, are you?
I have trouble matching colors to my own complexion. I'm really good at other people.
Mhm.
Like I can beat a face to shit, but I can't do my own for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're talking about beating faces. Just let me get some gloves out. Give me a second.
Wrong beating a face.
So I will attempt to help if I can. I mean, I guess moral support.
I'll tell you what. Make a dex check. Actually, make me a wisdom check. We're gonna call it your ability to perceive. So you can call it. We'll do a perception check to perceive and describe what he is doing to his face and why he should do other things to his face.
All right, so perception, that is going to be a total 19.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you get advantage. Go ahead and roll your advantage, Sirach.
A 6 and a 7, so that'll be 7 plus 3 for 10 minus 1 for charisma, so a 9.
You're a bird. You're a short, squat parakeet of a bird. And you change the color of your feathers, but contouring a bird doesn't quite work, right? Like, it's not bad, but
I
it's
go for Kenku and miss it and just get Crow.
yeah, like it's also sort of like, I would say people that don't recognize you think that your would think your disguised persona is related to you. You know, like if you guys were actually different people, they'd be like, "Oh, hey, have you met Sirach? You guys look a lot alike. Are you like from the same tribe, or?" I mean, one of you's black, but the other one is, you know, parakeet colors.
It's racist.
That's descriptive.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. My thought was,
All tieflings know each other. Don't you know?
don't you birds
Excuse
know
you.
each other?
Ooh.
Do we need to have the backwards infernal chat again?
Aw.
Oh no.
So yeah, Sirach, you are, but you also know. You can look at it
Yeah.
and know, and so you're not going to be moving around the town with super confidence, but it's also not, like I said, not awful. So you guys are looking for another tavern to gather up in?
Yeah. Before that, I'm guessing it's safe to assume that Saride can change herself up. I don't know what spell she has.
We will believe that Saride is capable of taking care of herself for now.
And I will also poke and prod her to send message to whoever would be available to let them know, hey, we're going to be meeting at a different bar. We have news.
Okay. Sounds good. So you guys do start to gather up. You guys get as close to the outskirts, and you're staying on the southern side of town, which is, as far as you can tell, as far as possible from the other, where you met the less savory individuals the other day. You guys meet up in Delane's Delay. It is a small hole-in-the-wall tavern. It does some decent business on its soups and ciders. It's really more popular in the winter. Not a lot of people looking for hot, wet foods in the middle of summer. But yeah, the family that works there, human family, dad and daughter, the two of them get along well. They're nice people. They do a decent bit of business. They're pretty respectable. So when you guys come in, the place is not terribly large. It's got maybe 5-10 tables at most. A little bit of a bar area. There's kind of a lineup of kettles that they do. They're all very small right now in the summer. They don't overcook things, and Alette will make her way over to you, and hello everyone. Is there something I can get for you all?
Perhaps. What's your most famous ciders that you
Oh, our ciders.
have?
We have
Yes.
a.
What's your most popular one?
In the summer, we do a wonderful citrus base sort of cider. We start with the classic delicious red apples, but then we do infuse it with lemons and oranges. And it's a bright zest and pretty refreshing. We do keep that one in the cellar for coolness sake. That is our most popular in the summer. If you like a classic
Alright.
sort of spiced apple, we do that as well. We also do a cinnamon based wassail, and a wide variety of others. If there's a particular flavor you're
How
looking
about-
for.
How about your citrus one for the group? Like one each.
All right,
And-
around.
That is all for now, I think.
Okay, absolutely. And she'll set about getting that. She does bring you guys over a loaf of sort of like a baguette, just a chunk of bread for the table, and she brings them over. They're more like shandies, I guess, than ciders, but they are quite delicious, and not what you expected here. They may have a bit of a reputation for mostly being winter hot foods, but they do have a couple of cooler temperature sort of things.
Sure.
You guys have gathered up.
So,
Did any of you send Sirach? Did you guys send word to Alvaro once you made it in town? If so, what was that word?
We did write in the book that we were returning.
Okay, but no further details than that.
I don't think there were any further details now.
Okay. You guys have gathered. What would you like to do?
so give me the rundown on how it went, what happened, all the deets.
So Sirach's gonna look around both ways, and he's gonna kind of lean in a little bit, and he's going to retell the entire story of the 5-day journey. Otto Weirdbottle burning people. He's really good with caustic acids. Horn has an axe.
Hammer.
He
And,
burned people.
Yeah, not. I mean,
This didn't
Melted.
concern you off the rip?
huh?
This didn't concern you from the beginning?
Oh, entirely concerned us, but we were covered in caustic material, so we kind of had to go with it, or else we would start melting.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we
Alright.
kind of hit that point of no return pretty early because once we kind of realized what was going on, we were kind of stuck.
And he only mixed enough of the stuff to get us to clean us up for the next couple of hours.
All right. So what is our next step forward?
So the way I'm looking at it is we have another 4 days until they leave for their next and last job, moving these ancient treasures to the port. I think we definitely need to get in contact with Alvaro, let him know what we found, what's up, what's going on. And I think worst comes to worst, we gotta sabotage that last. We gotta stop that last transport.
All right.
Yeah, the thing is, we also don't know where, when, or who. It's like a lot of those little specifics. We ended up skipping town pretty early. Pretty much as soon as they got there, we were half of us pretty much ready to leave. So,
Question for Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of where we went in the tunnels versus where we all were when we searched through the tunnels after the Battle of the Bards and fought with the Utyug, and when we went into the tunnels the second time, is Talroth able to have put together like a map or like an idea of like locations, common locations that we pass by?
I will take a... If you're not proficient in cartography tools, I'll take a survival check.
I am proficient
with
in
that?
cartographer's tools.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, never mind. I'm just proficient in survival. I'm not proficient in cartographer's skill.
So yeah, make me an intelligence cartography check.
Ooh, my survival's actually higher.
It's a lower DC for this.
Alright, so cartography tools, that is a total 17.
Okay. So, you got like a 90% chance that you could navigate the tunnels from the out-of-town entrance that you guys took at the Battle of the Bards to where you launched from. You absolutely know how to get back to the tunnel from the surface inside Dorian's Dawn. However, recognizing that plate is a little difficult because it was dark and it required the stone cunning of a dwarf to recognize the difference, to open it and go down that way. You could find a dwarf that would be able to spot that for you. You absolutely...
I mean, we already know one, but I just don't want to endanger him.
Sure. But you absolutely could go from the top down. And like I said, you've got 95% chance to go from the outside tunnel in. You there's a couple of turns that you have not officially mapped, but yeah, you feel real confident you could get there.
So, what do we think?
Well, I've been, while you guys were gone, I've been talking to Alvaro. I think, you know, I could let him know kind of what's going on. I just need as much information as I can get to give to him. Is there anything else that he might need to know in terms of what's going on?
Just be able to tell him that religious artifacts are being moved underground to the port of, what did we change it to?
Nikavaria?
They're being transported to Nikavaria, being sold to someone who is purchasing them across the waters, bringing back to the Republic. For what, we don't know.
Hate that.
Yeah, but also we weren't able to figure out if there was some kind of a black market down there, because the town itself ain't too keen on the arts.
Sure. Well, I mean, if it's being smuggled out of here and being sent to that town to then be sent somewhere else, one would assume there's a black market there. If only because it's just being stopped there. And it's being sold from a black market here, which typically goes from black market to black market.
Yeah, probably. When we stopped outside of town, they loaded it onto a horse and buggy, which then brought it into town.
True enough.
We didn't see which way specifically they went.
We don't. If we don't stop that shipment, we may never find the leader of all of this.
And that's my point, Oliver, and we need to put an end to the shipments in the next 4 days, this next one that's coming.
Coming through here.
As all of them have been. We were told on punishment of death not to return.
Wow.
Yeah, which is why I am still kind of against us coming back so early.
Well, if you all needed to regroup and you needed to inform Alvaro of it, there was no real chance of not coming back. However, if
At
you
that
all
point, I'm going to pull out the ledger and just slam it on the table. And yes, Talroth is getting a little more upset as this conversation goes on.
Fair enough. All right. Well, like I said, if you needed to get information to Alvaro, but we can give him that information and leave immediately. At least be on the outskirts of town, so that you all aren't seen in here. And if you need us to, Olaroon and myself can kind of be your eyes in the city. But I think our next movement is talk to Alvaro, see what he says, see what he thinks, and then go from there. Unless you all have any other ideas.
We're still missing who is running this whole thing. And maybe
I know.
Alvaro has a name we don't know, or has an idea that this might jog a memory of. At this point, he's our best source of information for what could be going on.
This ledger, I apologize. You all went over it and made sure it all looked as legit as a shady ledger can look, right? It doesn't have any secret things in it.
No, this
No,
one.
the one we
Yeah, this one came from Alvaro. It was clean.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was clean and fresh when
Perfect.
given to you. So you guys were starting on like page 1.
Gotcha.
plus every line has Acme in it, so we're good.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
It's weird. It doesn't read terribly well, but yeah.
So do we
Alright.
at least have like a name of this shady organization, or is it just a shady organization?
We got nothing. It's like we literally have nothing.
We
far as
pressed for information, but not much was given to us.
As far as I'm concerned, we went to that town for no reason.
You have a name. The crazy fuck off. Yeah, you have two
Bottle,
names.
Weird Bottle, and
Yeah.
Horn.
Yeah, you didn't come up completely empty-handed. It's more information than you had whenever you went there, so not completely at loss.
2 people out of how many in that group, and we don't even know what the hell's going on. I mean, we were lucky to get out of there alive. Let's start
That's
there.
fair.
We
That's
are probably
fair.
some of the only ones who got out of there alive, and we hightailed it out of that city before we got anything else.
Well, that's fair, but you all also did get out alive, which is good, and can't be it. I would look at it in a good light that you all got back. But more information is more information, even if it's not a lot more, and maybe it can lead to something else. Do you guys want to just hope that your disguises work and stay in town, or do you want to go outside? It's up to you.
At this point, Talrod's just gonna get up, kick on his hood, and walk out the door.
Alright, so that's one of the 3 of you. Treasure, Sirach.
This thing's so incredibly hot, and I live in a desert. I can't talk because I don't sound male, even though I look it, so I just gotta stay completely quiet for the next few days.
Okay.
And yeah, while we got the names of 2 people, we also got the names of 2 people that seem to know very little more than we did. I honestly think that they're just hired hands and mercs and not necessarily part of the group. They didn't seem to know what was in those boxes or care as long as they were getting paid. So it wasn't even like we got the names of anybody important.
That's fair, but I don't know. Not much that can be done about that now.
I think as long as I can keep this fake voice going, we should be fine for anyone confiding in me.
It's Sirach's cousin, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it really hurts my throat, but as long as I keep this one going, I don't think anyone's gonna pick up that it's me.
So I'll say, well, that's okay. So Sirach, do you want to come with me and Stitch to go talk to Alvaro Treasure? If
I'm
you
gonna
don't
go
with-
find. I'm gonna go find Talroth. I don't want him to get into trouble and be by himself.
If you don't,
Alright.
he's gonna get himself in a fight or killed, most likely. So he would probably do well to have you have his back. So we're gonna go talk to Alvaro. I'm sure he's tired of seeing my face at this point in time, but I don't really see what other choice we have. So that we can at least try and find another lead to this.
If you need anything, Treasure. Fuck, I don't know.
You're
Yell real loud.
a very loud person.
Yeah.
Just be loud, and we will try to find you.
Got it. If I need anything, blow up a city block.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
she goes and gets up to go walk out and find Talroth.
As she walks out, sure, this isn't gonna go well at all.
It should be fine. I've worked with them now quite a bit, and they tend to talk big about destruction and not caring, but I've seen them show the proper restraint, and they have the basis for the great decision making that we all do.
I'm not too worried.
It's just fun. So, shall we go?
All right. Yeah. The ma'am.
Check,
how much is
please.
the tab?
Oh, right, here you go. And it's, I think, a silver a drink.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Got
Easy
it.
lemon squeezy.
And she actually packs you up sort of the fresh bread with like cold cuts and cheese in it. Make these like sandwiches essentially that she was preparing to bring over.
Aw.
So.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Please enjoy.
Thank you.
So,
As we're making our way, I do want to make sure to keep an eye out for Otto, Horn, or anyone else who I recognized from Star Song's group, because I know I got right up on there.
you did. Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check.
We also know that Star Song is affiliated with them at all.
He is.
Oh, Star Song is 100% affiliated with them.
Okay.
Yep.
That is a 19.
19. Okay. I will let you know if you see anybody as you are moving about the town.
3 names instead of two.
Yeah. Talroth and Treasure. Are you guys going anywhere specific as you set out?
I'm specifically looking for Talroth, so if he's going to a specific place, I would probably be looking for him. My first thought would be some nearby bars, that, or to try to go back to where all this started to see if he could find anything else we would have missed.
Okay. Talroth, where did you go?
All right. After leaving the bar and just kind of packing a couple things into my bag, probably would have just walked around for a few minutes, just taking a couple deep breaths, just cool my heels a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of window shopping, just not so much really paying attention, just browsing, just kind of trying to blend in.
Okay.
And just kind of see if any of them were following me afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you do notice Treasure is following you. I don't think either of you is attempting to You're not. I don't think you need to roll stealth against each other for anything. So you do find, yeah, treasure is coming.
Please
after
don't
you.
have me roll stealth.
I don't think you need to. If you guys don't have a destination in mind, we'll come back to window shopping in a few minutes. Good.
Yeah, I think at that point, I would just kind of sidle up to her and just small talk a little bit.
Okay. Absolutely. That does sound good. With you guys moving about the town, but carefully and doing your best to avoid high traffic intersections, busy marketplaces, things like that. You spend a few minutes alone together, and as alone as you can be in public, in your interesting clothes, and have a nice moment to, I don't know, laugh at how each other look. As you guys make your way, other team now, as you make your way into the college, you guys travel through the hallways. The student body and its associated adventurers are all just oh, that just didn't want to play. Yep, cool. We're just gonna take that off. It is a quiet day here, but there are still people not quite protesting, but gathering, sort of bugging the professors. There's definitely still that sense of when are we going to be able to get out of here? When are you going to figure out who's doing this? All of those, I won't say nuisances, but all of those concerns are definitely still being voiced and boiling over. Make me perception checks, you three.
18.
Okay.
7.
That is a 12.
Okay. You guys notice that there are fewer adventurers, there are fewer individuals here, students. You think maybe some things happened, people have gone somewhere. You're not quite sure. But you definitely notice that there is a difference than in the days previous, as you guys have been busy taking care of your variety of different topics. You actually see Alvaro out talking with the students, putting a few of their concerns to rest as best as you can, as best as he can. But it is still he's still having a bit of a pain with it all.
Sure.
I'll
like me with music right now. Yeah.
I'll when I see him, I'll walk up to him
Mhm.
and I'll just be like, Alvaro, I know I've monopolized a lot of your time recently, but I was wondering if I could just bend your ear for a few more moments, if that's all right.
Right, of course. The Southern Isles and the dwarf. Why did I put those two together? I don't know. Here we go. All around, it is not a problem. I am happy to assist you in any and all of the ways that I can. I see that you have brought some of your friends with you. Please, come this way. And Alvaro...
Sirach is going to look actively dejected that Alvaro so quickly noticed it was him.
Well, Alvaro's, as you look at Alvaro, he's doing that thing where like he's eyeballing you, like, do I know you? I think he's not 100% sure.
It's like when you met someone familiar and
Yeah.
you're like, hey man, how's it going?
Yeah. So Alvaro's pretty sure, but He's more just bringing you along because you are with Olaroon and Clever Stitch.
Understood.
Yeah, so he actually he rolled very poorly on his perception check.
Nice.
He was clearly distracted. But yeah, he rolled like a 3 + 4, so a 7. So he was like, I don't know, come on. You guys make it back into his office.
So there's as you know, with everything going on and the ledgers being faked and caravans being robbed and everything like that, our group kind of took it upon ourselves to try and figure out who was doing it.
I know you all have been. I'm so sorry. Yes, you all have been very effective in the assisting, which I appreciate.
Well, so I have a couple names of people who are of interest, a quote-unquote person of interest, if you will.
Before Olaroon names anyone, I'm going to look and say, is this room secured from listening of any sort?
To be honest with you, I am no wizard, obviously. The school has certain wordings for academic theft and things along this nature, but I have not known who to trust to do any additional efforts in my office specifically.
If you want, I'll Olaroon and Kyle, I'll step outside so that I can keep an eye on the outside and make sure that there are no prying ears. Good luck. I will step outside.
Clever Stitch's use of the name Kyle only reinforces that maybe Alvaro doesn't know him. He's like, God, I'm having trouble keeping up at the moment.
Kyle?
And just the moment that Clever Stitch is out and Mark and watching the door, Sirach's going to go back into his normal voice and be like, oh my God, okay, ooh, that is a tough voice to make, I'm not going to lie.
I imagine it is most difficult. I am so sorry to hear that this has happened to you.
So, Olaroon, spill it.
Okay, so there were 3 names. One of them was more of a performance name than anything of some of the people who are involved of this, and I was wondering if you might have some knowledge that could at least connect us to a group or give us a better heading on what's going on. So the 3 names are Starsong, Otto Weird Bottle, and Horn.
Had you guys described Starsong to him previously? I believe you had.
Yes.
Just making sure. Right, of course. Yes, the bard that you held your concert for about a week ago. I do remember this. I also remember, and I'm glad to see Sirach, that you have returned, and welcome back. I have asked a few of the teachers to potentially keep an eye on this Starsong, as he does seem to be the most public of the figures. The others we have had a harder time to keep track of, to be honest. But we did have a break last night, and it was something that I was hoping to discuss with you. It seems that a few of the Starsong's associates, they have been, how does one put this? They have ventured out of the city. We had known that you all were working something with boats and with a river journey, and so I had done my best to put eyes on this Star Song himself. I had gone to a few of the other teachers to request assistance. I apologize if this has compromised your investigation, but the, how do you say, pressures from on high have been intensifying of late. Luna Zavaleta, I have asked her to keep an eye on Mr. Storsong, and she is, if you guys don't remember, she is the human ranger teacher.
My favorite.
And she actually is also, she's from a Southern Isle family, although she was not raised in the Southern Isles, so she doesn't have the accent. But you get the feeling Alvaro has a fondness for her because of it, a sort of added layer of kinship, if you guys will. She had told me the other day that while she recognized that the Star Song was staying within the bounds of the town, that he had two other individuals with him, a soldiery type, very heavily armored, and then something she guaranteed me was a wildlander, an outlander, person of the woods and the forest, and he had discovered that he had found a way to break the quarantine of the town. And so he has been making evening time sojourns into the local woods. I suspect this is in part to maintain contact with the lizard folk. It is a portion of the puzzle that we had not yet been able to crack, that these people also seem to be the connecting tissue from whoever is in charge to these other figures. I believe that they left last night to track down some of these lizard folk and Luna Zavaleta, but I have not heard word of them this morning, and so it is concerning, to say the least. I am hoping that you all will be able to check up on them in some of the nearby woods, and hopefully I can put you on one of the scouting parties that the local town guard has been able to keep for me, as we, since the end of the expeditions, have known that the worst case scenario would be a lizard folk invasion of some type. If they required something that we had or were recovering and we had cut off that supply, their desperation may have mounted to this point. It does not seem to have done so yet, but this has been why we have taken such a precaution through these 9 on 2+ weeks. So
I don't see why we couldn't help out. There is 2 other key pieces of information. We know what they're moving.
really, this could be very important to us. What is it that you suspect they are moving?
It seems to be old religious artifacts.
Old religious artifacts.
Like there was a very fancy and a very silverish statue of a cat god.
A cat god. I'm going to make a religion check and see how much I know about potential cat gods. I know.
Of course,
I
you
know.
do you.
I know nothing of cat gods. I rolled a 4. So.
But they're collecting it seems ancient religious artifacts, and they're being sent across the sea back to the Republic to a buyer over there.
That is odd, but I suppose if there is a demand for such artifacts, then any person of wealth could be the buyer. Do not know that buyer necessarily would mean mastermind in this instance because of the great distance that is here. But that is good to know. When you speak of antiquities and you speak of religion, there are two individuals that do come to mind. I am most unnerved to think that they would be. I do not see the potential for gain, especially given their personalities. Make me history checks.
Oh man, do I wish
11.
Treasure was here.
If only Professor Treasure was here.
Listen,
I did
by
one
the
better,
end-
a 12.
By the end of this game, Treasure's going to end up being a professor at this college. Watch.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Oh
That's very
god, those
history.
disaster, those poor kids.
They'll learn so much. How dare you?
Both of you remember the one that stands out, the super upfront name of
Of
Rosetta Fike.
Yeah.
She is the head of the dean of the College of Antiquities and Necromancy. There are other professors beneath her, but those of you that have met her know she runs a pretty tight ship. You also, most of you, I think, would confirm, although I don't know that this particular group of players has met her. Sirach has, that's right, you had the bird key adventure. That monetary gain or wealth seem like odd motivators for Rosetta Fike. The other name is in the anthropology department, the head of religious studies is Professor Harold Volton.
Is that fucking annoying ass old man?
Yeah, the annoying old man that wanted to talk to you about
The cat lord?
about your religion?
Specifically the thing that they are transporting goods for? I think it's that fuck. I hate him. Let's kill him.
I second this motion.
And then the last important bit of information, Alvaro. We know that they are making one last delivery, and it's happening in the next 4 or so days.
The delivery ends in 4 days, or it begins in 4 days?
It begins, but it is the last delivery.
So our potential window for capturing these individuals is short.
So we got 4 days to find a ranger in the forest with some lizard folk.
Right.
Stop this and find out which teacher, though I have an idea, is assisting.
I would also like to know the motivations behind these things. It is an odd racket to have become involved with. But,
I mean, at this point, and this is coming from someone who accidentally worked for them, I think greed is a hell of a motivator.
There's a lot of money to be made in religious artifacts.
I rowed a boat for specifically 4 days and made 3,500 gold.
You what?
What?
That would have been
You
outlined
what?
in the conversation at the bar before.
I know, but that is a Matthew thing. That's a Clever Stitch isn't even there. That's a Matthew thing, being like, what?
then Clever Stitch, please allow me. You what? It,
Yeah, fucking honestly.
It was.
You what, mate? What?
You what?
You what, mate? Where's the money then?
This is. Oh, all right. That is a lot of coin. It is a lot of coin. And non-teacher salaries, especially in this economy, who could say, but.
It's like the Scooby-Doo meme. But you're a teacher. Why would you have to rob people? And then that face of.
But the school is well funded. It is in a very unique position.
I mean,
Let
there-
us
we
say
definitely
we-
scout out the other regions.
Of
It's
course,
just-
we will put nothing past anyone. We will treat everyone as though they are potential suspects. However, it is, as I have said, having met both of these individuals, they are academics through and through. So, if you can find Luna Zavaleta, please, it would be of tremendous importance to us.
Who should we get in contact with to get a part of that security detail that's going out to the woods?
They left last night. I can direct you to the border guard, where you should begin, and he'll write you a note. I believe it is the day for Korul to be on guard. You should check with him. He is a orcish fellow. Normally very by the book, but here. And he digs into his desk, and you can hear things rummaging around. The feeling Alvaro doesn't organize his desk super well. And he pulls out a cube, sort of like a die, but it doesn't have numbers on any of the sides. It's got written in giant different verbs, different like action verbs on it.
Are these the sexy dice?
No, they're not. No, they're not the sexy dice. He explains it's sort of for a. It is a game one of the students has created here. Korul really enjoys it. It is you have a person and you roll them, and the dice tell you what you can do. So like you stab, or you smash, or you run, or you stomp. I don't know. I won it in a game, so here you go. Give it back to him. He will let you do whatever you want.
Okay.
All right.
So, Cody, I have a question, and
Yes.
Sirach might not have this information. So we got a bunch of people, faculty, who have modified memories.
Yes.
Okay. So Eric is very well aware that there is a certain way that you can fix modified memories.
Okay.
Is Sirach aware of that?
Make an Arcana check.
Seven.
No.
Understood.
Would he have mentioned that to that? Sorry, and this is mostly Matthew being tapped out for the last couple of weeks. Would Sirach have, like, does Clever Stitch know about the modified memories? Is that something that's been brought up?
That has been common knowledge that memories have been modified
Okay.
throughout the group, I
Can-
believe.
Can I do an Arcana check on that since
Yeah.
I'm proficient in it?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. I probably won't do much better, but oh, never mind. 22.
A 22. So you are
So a little bit better.
So yes, you are familiar with the modify memory spell. So which way, Eric, were you talking about ending it?
Well, I know that I know like one of the restorations can end a modified memory.
Mhm.
And-
Greater Resto.
Yeah, greater restoration can do a modified memory. I know that much. I think maybe something else can. I remember reading, but again, that's Eric information.
Remove curse.
Remove curse.
That.
So yes. So Clever Stitch, you are aware of that.
All right.
Because the only person I can think of in the group who might have that would be the only other person in the room with me right now.
I don't think either of you. I don't think anybody would have access to it at this level.
I think
Nah,
it's
not-
isn't it like a 5th level spell?
Yeah.
Remove
So-
curse. Yeah. It's
Or,
like
well, maybe not remove curse, but greater resto.
restoration is like 5th or 6th. I'm not sure about remove curse.
And that's and like
Okay.
out of game, like, and this is out of game because Olaroon has no idea what's going on. Like
remove
we-
curse is 3rd level.
like if Stitch knows this, so we don't. So Stitch would have to like find a way to bring it up in like conversation, let us know and whatnot.
100%.
Yeah.
But if it's something that has been rolling around, it's something that probably would have been mentioned, but you don't have access to those spells, so it doesn't make a difference either way. But it was something that I was curious about because I didn't know if you had access to those spells.
Yeah, he could have access to remove curse as a paladin or a warlock, but
I am only a
third.
level 3 warlock and a
Yeah,
level 2 paladin.
yeah. So then our next best option would be
Out of the game, there's got to be a teacher who can do that, right?
in Throzen. Throzen would be our next option. I couldn't think of his goddamn name. Because he's a cleric and he can cast remove curse. But well, that's some good knowledge for later, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You suspect some other. Go ahead.
I think our next task is to find Luna.
Okay.
All right.
You guys set about the town looking for treasure and Tauroth?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna give you guys a chance to gather up. We're gonna take about a 10-minute break. It's 9:17 now. We're gonna be back at 9:30. We will announce the winner of our giveaway. So if you would, if you'd like to enter in the giveaway, let's do hashtag. What do you guys think? Anything?
Hashtag Lost Ranger.
Sure. Why not?
Sure.
Yeah. Hashtag Lost Ranger. So go ahead and
Yeah.
put that into the chat if you would like to be entered. Absolutely. If you're one of our patrons, you are always entered. You can watch the shows time shifted and still participate in our giveaways and all of that other fun stuff. So that is one of the benefits you get for being a patron. Thank you very much for all of that. We're going to have a bunch of cool stuff coming out for the Patreon this month that we are looking forward to. We're going to take a quick break. So thank you guys for hanging out. We will see you in about 10 minutes. But until then, stay tuned. Back, everyone. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight in a really weird order is...
Matthew, and I'm playing Clever Stitch, the Tabaxi Arcane Archer.
Hi, I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure, the Tiefling Fighter.
Hi, I'm Cole, and I'm playing Olaroon, the ASMR Paladin Warlock Sad Boy.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy, y'all. This is Maz. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, Wood Elf Scout.
Okay. Welcome back. So we are getting our winner for our giveaway from Norse Foundry. It's the Tray of Folding, which if you've known us for any length of time, you know we love puns. Look at that logo. It's on the back. It's leather. It's sturdy. It's light. It snaps together. It makes everything, even julienne fries.
What more could you want?
What more
honestly?
could you want? So we are. Caitlin's working on getting that winner. We're gonna announce that in just a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna vamp for just a second or two. Hopefully, she comes through with that. I never knew that like Julian or Julianne was like a type of cut. I thought it was like it slices, it dices, it makes Julie and fries, and I was like, who's Julie? And why does the dicer make her? I don't. What is happening? All right, we do have
The opening of Aladdin must have been very confusing for you then.
Yes. I was so confused. We do have our winner. Just came in to me, so it is one of our favorites. I believe he's won through our Patreon. Fen. Good. Yay! Nice.
Man!
Nice friend of ours, Fen. We met at MegaCon last year. Longtime friend and family member of the channel, so we're super excited. We do know that people are having some trouble viewing Twitch and stuff, so fewer viewers tonight. But thank you guys, everybody that could log in, that could join us. And thank you to our new follower who jumped into the Discord. We're gonna get a chance to come and tell you hello at. I lost your name. Welcome. That's the one I want.
Zazos?
Zazos. Yeah.
I think that's how you would pronounce that, maybe?
Hey!
Exazos. 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 Don't leave me with your name. I'll mess it up. So that's how I make up character names. I take regular words and then make them funky.
And just fuck them up.
Yep. All right. So with our winner and our giveaway done, we'll be sending that stuff out hopefully tomorrow. We do have some other giveaways that we haven't been able to get into the post yet, so we apologize about that. It's just a small group of us. We're trying to get better at it, but thank you guys. Let's get into the adventure, shall we? Yes. So you guys have regrouped. Talroth, treasure. Was there anything in particular you were shopping for? You wanted to look for maybe a hat of disguise while you were walking around?
Yeah, hat of disguise would be like an ideal thing.
Okay.
But not like seriously looking, just more kind of window shopping just to kind of clear my head.
Absolutely.
If I happen to find something nice, hey, maybe I'll see if I can strike a deal or
I hear you. You wander as you're going through the city, just sort of casually looking about. You find you do find 2 potions, one of regular healing, one of greater healing. If you want to pick those up, total of 425 in gold pieces for the lot. The only other things that might be in price range and of interest to you is it's like cast off armor for a breastplate. It's nothing terribly interesting, unfortunately. But you guys have done a little window shopping. You did a little retail therapy. Talroth had a moment to sort of regroup, and you guys have met in an appointed park nearby on the south side. Are there any preparations you guys would like to do before venturing into the nearby woods to search for Luna Zavaleta?
Did you guys buy those healing potions while you were window shopping or nah?
How much would each of them been?
350 for the greater, 75 for the regular.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of cash on me.
All right.
I have enough for 1 regular, but how many regular did we have?
We have, in the bag of holding, we have 2 regulars, 1 greater. In
I think
the
we're
handy
okay for now.
haversack, we have... We have none in the haversack. Thozen has one. And then
I
the
th-
bag of holdings.
I think as long as we're not dumb, we're okay for now.
Perfect. Just wanted to make sure.
No, yeah, of course.
Perfect.
If I come
Anything
across mithril plate at any point in time during any of this, that's all I want, Cody.
guy.
Mithril plate.
Okay.
If it's not a big deal. I'm not trying to force it or anything like that.
7,000 gold.
Look, if that's the case, then I'm out of luck.
Adamantine half plate.
It's not what I'm looking for.
That's what I got.
It's fine. Hey, it is what it is.
It is what
like
it
I
is.
said.
Okay. Any other? Did you guys want to buy those with the party funds, or were you doing any other preparations before you set out?
I mean, we could buy all of those with the party funds, but I think we're all right for now. Actually, I'll go ahead and we'll buy the 2 regular healing potions with the party funds.
One
For
regular.
One regular? Ah, perfect.
One regular, one greater. 350 plus 75 is 425.
It's all
I feel
right.
real confident in my
I'll just buy the regular.
Okay, cool.
Because I think the people that have healing are myself and Sirach. And that's just cure wounds.
Mhm.
I have second wind.
Yeah,
It's kind of healing.
Come on.
Yeah, kind of healing.
Come on.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's 100% healing adjacent.
Yeah.
There we go. Healing adjacent. I will take that.
Healing adjacent with Clever Stitch and Treasure. Any other preparations we need to do before we head out?
Put your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye.
Alright, let's head out.
Sounds about right.
Okay. As you guys travel to the southwestern gate of the city, you do find you guys haven't. Most of the guards that are guarding the city seem to be focused on the western side of Dorian's Dawn. Those are the sides that border. Those are the sides that border the woods, the south, the west, and the north. To the east, the woods become much thinner, as much more of the civilization of the Republic of the Black Gem is present out along that side. Here, you do find the two guards that are on the main road, and you can see the heavy tracks of a number of others that have sort of been walking in and out of here, but you see very few tracks that travel along the road leading out of the town, and even fewer sort of leading into it. They have done actually a pretty good job of restricting access in and out of Dorian's Dawn since the lockdown happened. You guys are stopped by large orcish gentleman, his hair slicked down in beeswax, and when you give him the giant cube for his dice dealer's game, he you watch a very stern and abrasive individual become a puppy of a man, and super excited, and almost before he can finish sending you on your way, you are hearing hearing him yell out across the stretches of road to Empire, I got my giant cube back. Come on, man, we got a rematch. and you know, setting up a game regardless of work. Not a lot of people have come through. As you guys set into the forest, how would you like to go about this? I will say it is just past midday, so you guys do still have a fair few hours of light left, especially because it is summer, and you guys can get probably a full 8 hours of travel in if you would like. Yes.
I would like to remind everyone that woods and forests are Sirach's favorite terrain, meaning that we cannot get lost except by magical means. We have advantage when we are tracking things. And while tracking creatures, we can learn the exact number, size, and how long ago they passed in this area. I have advantage on intelligence or wisdoms checks related to it while traveling. And we can't be surprised. I am alert at all times.
Perfect.
So if you guys are just going to set into the woods and sort of begin searching about, let's do this like a skill challenge. Appropriate skills I can think of off the top of my head. Perception, investigation, survival, obviously for tracking, nature, maybe history, if you're looking into, if you know some history of local lizard folk. If you guys come up with something else or have a spell or ability you want to utilize to contribute to the effort, you may do so. We are looking for 3 successes. First to 3. 3 successes or 3 failures. Okay? Yes, Olaroon.
I just aid someone whenever they make a survival check because I have proficiency in survival, and I guarantee you it's better than mine. And I guarantee theirs is better than mine.
If you are proficient, I will allow that. You can only do it once, though. So if we end up needing something else, you're gonna have to find something to roll. Maybe athletics to like get to the top of a tree, or get a better vantage point, or be creative is also my suggestion. Who wants to kick us off? Don't everybody go at once.
Eric can go first.
Go for it, Sirach.
All right, I'm going to use survival to get a good idea of what direction we should start going in. If I can see anything that would either think to lead us to lizard folk or Luna in particular.
Okay, absolutely. And this is the check, Olaroon, you're going to give advantage, or you already have advantage on it.
I already have advantage on this, so I don't, but thank you for it. That'll be 17 plus 5 for 22.
Okay, 22. Yeah, you begin, once you guys get into the forest proper, the wind sort of rushing through the leaves, it is a breezy summer day and the shade is welcome. You have a fair few number of tracks that you begin to sort of work through, and Sirach, you start to backtrack away from what you believe to be the tracks of a herd of deer, different fauna families that seem to be moving to the northwest, traveling away from what you think is evidence of, at the very least, a large enough group of predators that to create that sort of migration. So you're starting to move in that direction. You do have a bearing. You think this particular group that you can potentially find is on the southern side of Dorian's Dawn. So you guys begin to make your way that way. While he's doing that, go ahead.
I was just going to say, through a very intricate set of hand gestures, Sirach is going to point in that direction.
Awesome. Sounds good. Who's next?
Since you had mentioned history about the lizard folk and stuff, I could give that one a shot.
Sure, absolutely, please.
That's a total 7.
A 7. You do remember some things about the lizard folk, but most of the things that you remember about, like where they set up their warrens and the sort of tribes and locations that they like to live in, all gets undermined by their dedication to the adamantine scale. Normally, they have villages and homes. They're not terribly nomadic. Usually, they prefer sun-drenched areas. They are lizards. You know what I mean? So, a lot of the things that you sort of start thinking through and trying to talk through, you end up talking yourself out of. But you do, while it's not considered a success, you are able to eliminate some of the more traditional areas. Who's next?
I'm gonna need Talroth's help for this because
Okay.
Sirach is checking things out. Talroth just seems to be thinking. So Treasure's gonna be like, hey Talroth, I'm gonna just kind of toss you up and you can go ahead and see if you see any more of those scorch marks or things that might have given us reason to believe that these lizards might have been that way. Because I mean, if you summon an entire column of fire or cause a lot of damage, it's kind of hard to hide it from up there. So I'm going to use athletics to go ahead and just boost him up
Okay.
and see if we can see anything.
Okay.
And this is not with any aid from Olorun, right?
It's up to Olorun.
If this is athletics, I don't have proficiency in it.
Okay.
so-
Cool. So Talroth is just going for a flight
Okay.
with a nat 19 plus 7.
Nicely done.
Should I roll something to not bust my ass?
No,
just
you
gets
don't. You don't need
yeeted.
to. Yeah, it's. You know what it is? It's the old kung fu film where the guy is up here and he jumps down, and then they shoot it in reverse. They like roll it in reverse. So he like just she just tosses you up, and you're on the just super smooth. Yeah, even if you were not prepared, just up into the birch tree branches you go. That sounds good. Talroth, make me a perception check with advantage.
All right, so the first one was an 8. The second one, nat 20.
Hey,
25
nat 20. So Talroth, from up here, and with the higher vantage point, you don't see evidence of scorch marks or lizard folk, but you do pick up on something else that is very important. You do pick up on a. It is a very wide sled. That is. It doesn't have grooves. And it looks like it's dragging something heavy. And the truth is that it is of such a wide breadth that you don't see the tracks necessarily that it is making. And it looks as though there is they probably had like palm fronds or something on the back to sort of brush the tracks away. So it is exceptionally difficult to see and really only visible from like a high vantage point looking down. And because you got a nat 20, I will go ahead and let you know the weight of which reminds you of the weight in the boats. Not as many, not as much. Something about it makes you think back to those crates.
And does it seem like just one line of it, or there's like multiple lines that are kind of dug in?
One main line, although it does look like it was run Make me an insider survival check.
Going with survival, so that is a 15 total.
Okay. It is driven in a very roundabout way. So it takes full trips like around trees and off side paths and back. So it is a single path, but it is a path walked or guided by a skilled hunter or somebody that knows how to obscure their travelings. I would like one more check. Yes, Matthew.
Can I, since Clever Stitch's training in Arcana has come less from reading and books and more from a kind of experiencing it out in the world and out in nature as he grew up and learned his craft. Can I do an Arcana check to try and feel for, similar to what Treasure was having Talroth look for, because as we all remember, the columns of flame and whatnot, perhaps feeling for any sort of lingering magic in the area, whether it's from those columns or from our ranger friend, since we know that rangers do some magic.
Okay, yeah, please. I'll accept it.
That's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay. You feel around. You feel the woods. You feel the trees beneath your cat paws. You do the beans in the grass. And then you get a little distracted doing the beans.
Oh, the kneading is so good.
Yeah. That's about it.
That was great.
You get the good stretch, right? Then you're like bath time. You start licking maybe a hairball. Who knows? Right?
What are we doing?
What happened? Have we found them yet? What's going on? So, Eric, did you have something? You got a second check?
No, just going on. It's we got two wins and 2 losses. We got one more.
Olaroon?
Let's
You got
see.
it, buddy.
The only other stat that I have proficiency in that I might be useful somewhat is religion. So here's my thought on it.
Okay.
Do I see any like things that may indicate like religious like settlements of like lizard men, like the gods of lizard men, that I may see some type of like religious symbol to kind of help us get somewhat on track?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Let's find out. Make it roll.
All right. Oh, that was so close to being a 2, but it was an 18 for 22.
Okay. I am going to let you know there are some lizard folk markings. And what is interesting about them is they look, as you are looking at what seem to be some traditional claw marks in trees that mark different areas that lizard folk will occasionally use as, we're going to call them trials of strength or coming of age events, things like that. Usually there's like a sojourn or like a coming of age. You gotta go and survive in the woods for X number of time. You do find some of those claw markings. They're old. They're very old in some very old trees, but they have fresher defacings that have warped them into marks of that remind you of the adamantine scale. And also, there is, you look real hard at it, there's this crude sort of artistry that reminds you of like the emblems that the Quintantheon, that the pantheon of the Black Gem utilize. And it's very odd. You guys did very well, especially with the nat 20. You ended up getting 3 before the other one. So you guys get on a good trail. You make excellent time throughout the day. You know you're gonna have to continue your travels tomorrow. You do set up a camp. Would you guys like to take watches, or do you have another? I don't think anyone here has tiny hut. So, who is taking first watch? All right. What's your passive perception?
15.
Second watch. Passive. Or let's do
You can have it, Talroth.
Talroth.
Passive perception is 15 also.
Okay. Matthew.
12.
12. And Olerun.
That's a big old 10.
Okay. In the morning, you guys get up, you have your breakfast, you set out, having now clearly identified the tracks and separated out the traditional areas, Blizzard Folk homes that you're not going to. You guys are following these markings. Make me all athletics checks, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
12.
12.
14.
I mean, it's 5.
It's a 5. That's good.
I have child leashes on all of you.
You can't.
That's the problem. Clever Stitch just makes you drag him for like a mile through the woods because he refuses to be leashed. He doesn't want to. You guys make it across a river. It is pretty rapid, and on the other side, the markings of the wooded things become pretty clear. As you guys make your way across the river, and you're looking around, roll me investigation checks.
So are we tracking what seems to be lizard folk?
You're not sure.
Okay. Because if we are, I learned exact numbers and sizes.
As soon as there's
Modified
evidence
20.
of it, I will tell you that. But
Donkey
thank you
This
for
is
reminding.
investigation, you said?
Yes.
15.
Nice.
7.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
That will be 17 plus 1 for 18.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Multiple dirty 20s, all good numbers. As you guys are looking through the area, you find there are 2 paths. One does involve lizard folks. It looks like you have made it to the point of the meeting. I will tell you, Eric, it looks like there were, at this particular meeting, 8 lizard folk. One of them bigger than the others. The other 7 were small. Not small, but average size.
Okay.
You also find the tracks of 2 other individuals. Both of them humanoid, both of them shoed, both of them big. And as you guys are looking at it, it looks like just on the other side of this river, this is where the meeting took place with those people, Starsong's associates, and the lizard folk. The tracks then split in two directions. One follows the lizard folk. The other follows the other two, the two adventurers. It looks like the burden of whatever they had been carrying left with the lizard folk.
So the lizard folk seem to be carrying the heavy stuff now.
Yes.
But the two adventurers are in theoretical danger from Starsong and Co.
Well, the two adventurers are working with
Oh.
Starsong.
Oh,
That's who
sorry.
they are. I apologize.
Got it. Never mind. Sorry.
Yep.
And there's a chance that Luna could be with the lizard people, so...
You're not sure which way Luna went. Luna actually rolled really well to obscure her tracks. So you don't find her tracks. But you guys have it.
Was she not with somebody? Did she, or she obscured their tracks as well?
You probably obscured theirs as well.
Stupid rangers.
Yeah, I know, right? That passed without a trace. Oh, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the She-Hulk. That's it. She just carried him. Cover her tracks. No other tracks are made.
When there were one set of tracks in the sand,
There was
She-
one set of tracks.
she put you on her shoulders and carried you. Which
Have
way?
you heard the version of that with Bigfoot?
No.
It goes exactly as the rest of the story goes, and two sets of footprints, then one set of footprints, and then why is it that in the hardest moments of my life there was only one set of footprints, and Bigfoot looked over to the man and said, that's all I got. So
Thanks.
sorry about that.
There's that. There's also the Sand People version. Yeah. So, two paths in the woods. Which way would you guys like to go?
Personally, I'm for following these lizards.
That's kind of what I'm feeling too. Lizards.
Because I'm thinking if we follow the lizards, then we'll be able to get the things, and they can't exactly do a shipment of the things if they don't have them.
Talroth, Olaroon, where do you guys sit on that?
I'm good following the lizards.
The stealthiest person, but I'll follow the lizards.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make enough noise that they won't notice you.
Okay. Everybody seems to be in agreement of tracking down these lizard folk. You guys know that this meeting probably happened last night. You're not far behind, but if you are going to catch them before they make it to their tribe, you're going to have to travel fast. So,
Which we can do.
you can do. I would like you all to make athletics checks. And I would like you all to make Constitution saving throws with advantage because of the ranger being with you.
How thick is the tree cover?
There's a solid canopy. I don't think it's quite George of the Jungle, but you could climb through. It is Assassin's Creed 3 levels. You could climb through the trees. Might take you in a weird, like, roundabout way and bring you back, but
Could I do that in order to argue for acrobatics, especially with cat claws and a climbing speed
I'll allow it.
instead of athletics? Yes.
I got 24 on athletics. Let me roll my Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Talroth, did you
I
want to
got-
try acrobatics as well?
And a 23 Constitution for treasure.
Treasures aces.
So,
So Oh,
I had
sorry.
rolled the athletics already,
Mhm.
and that one was a flat 16. If it's acrobatics, it's a 17.
Okay. Mild.
And then the con save was a natural 14 on both for another 16 for the con save.
Okay. All right. All successes. Not dramatic successes, but successes nonetheless.
Amazing.
Tarak.
So I'm just gonna hop on this train. It was a 15 for my athletics,
Okay.
but if it gets changed to acrobatics because I'm flying through treetops, then it's suddenly a 22.
I'm
I'll
gonna-
leave that up to you.
I'm gonna stick with the 15 for that one, but
There we go.
still a success.
Yeah, and then it's a 16 for my con save.
Also a success.
My athletics check, and a 17 for my con save.
17. What was the first one, Olaroon? Your mic cut out on me.
Oh, sorry. That one was a 15 on the athletics check and a 17 on the con save.
DC 15. I don't think anybody failed any of the checks at all. You guys
yeah,
went
I'm-
super well through this.
Yeah, 19
try to
on the
attack someone.
acrobatics and a 24 on the con check.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the hardy team. So, yeah, you guys are action scene running through the woods, off of trees, climbing through things, doing flips. It's the beginning of Avengers: Age of Ultron. Somebody's complaining about your language. Just on you guys are going.
If there's someone
Naruto
complaining
run.
about language, it's most likely me.
Yes.
Olaroon, you know damn well the shit that comes out of my fucking mouth on a daily basis.
It's just so needless.
Uh-huh.
There's so many other words you could say.
Yep. It is.
Like damn and piss.
Not what I mean. Anyway, let's do some more flips.
Yes, you
Would
guys,
rather-
you Naruto run. You do the chasing down Sasuke arc, running through the trees.
Perfect.
Yep, the best filler arc in any anime. That's really the only filler arc worth watching. So, and actually might not be filler. You guys do see up ahead.
Lizard.
Yeah, you do follow the tracks very well. You see the lizard folk up ahead. There are 6, looks like, worker lizards. One of the lizards has the adamantine scale mask, and then one of the lizards seems to be a another adamantine warrior. So let's call it 2. No,
Put
I
on
told you
stealth
something wrong.
immediately.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth, Talroth. I'm gonna say you guys are about 200 feet behind them, so if you want to start stealthing, this is the point to do it. You are find the word. One big lizard, 6 regular lizards, 1 magic lizard. There you go.
It's a 27 for my stealth.
27. Yeah. You do have to slow down to stealth, I believe.
Not when traveling in my group.
Well, then never mind. You do not have to slow down.
The
Terrain.
lizards, whenever we fought them a while ago,
Mm-hmm.
which was it, the magic one that blew up in a pillar of flame, or was that just like a regular big dude?
It was the largest of the lizards. It was the General King lizard in charge that blew up in fire.
Okay, and then who did the teleportation?
That it was him.
Oh, got it.
The
Okay, got it.
fire was the teleportation.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
No problem. So I have 1 person stealthing on the approach.
22 stealth.
2 people stealthing on the approach.
For the 3 people that are left behind, for the 2 of you guys who probably need the assistance, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace,
Okay.
which gives you a +10 to stealthing.
Nice.
Would that have also affected Stitch and Talroth?
I'll give it to
If-
you. I think you guys are fine anyway, but
And then it's what, a 32 and a 37 for you.
yeah.
We are the shadows.
I rolled a 6 and a 7 for a 16 with Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Here I go, because I roll at disadvantage thanks to plate mail.
Girl, same.
I actually got a nat 20.
Hey. Double nat 20s.
I guess once in a while, treasure can actually hide. The
Fuck
question
yeah.
is where.
And for what it's worth, I got a 28.
Nicely done.
Is anybody looking? Because I will not be hiding like this again.
Who in the shit said that, and where did treasure go?
You guys seem to have been able to sneak up on them. At what point would you guys like to flip for initiative? At what distance? 60 feet? 30 feet? You're moving up. You seem to have them beaten all of their perception checks. None of them have turned around or seem to be aware that you're there. A couple of them are looking around. They do check their six every once in a while. They're brushing out the tracks and things like that. But you're sticking to the tree lines and moving tactically up as you're going. You guys can sort of catch each other's eye contact, and you have a go signal. So 30 feet?
30?
I think
For
so.
me to be useful, I don't know about Talroth, but at least for me to be useful, I have to be like right up on them.
Well, with
Well,
30
that's-
feet, you would be able to get up on them in that same
In
round.
one movement.
Okay.
Yeah, my thought was to rush the big guy, smack him once, and rush ahead to just keep the eyes on front.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Great. Then at about 30 feet, you guys all sort of look at each other and you give the signal. I'd like everybody to flip for initiative, please.
Can everybody type their initiative in the Discord chat for me?
Bad guys are on a 10. Cole, did you flip a card?
I did. It's in the chat.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So the
Of
lizard,
course, I stealth amazing. I can't go first.
the lizard folk are stunned, so they won't get any actions on their turn. They'll be able to take reactions after their turn on a 10. So Matthew, you have the initiative. If you wouldn't mind calling it out. Oh, you put it in there. Great. Olaroon.
Who's the biggest one? Who's the ugliest one?
That's the big ugly guy with the adamantine mask up front.
I'm gonna Hexblade's Curse that guy with my bonus action.
Okay.
And I can reach him this turn, or am I still far away?
You are 30 feet away from him. You guys have
Then,
made sure to be up close.
then I will go within 30 feet of him,
Okay.
and I will hit him really, really hard.
Okay. So rushing out of the tree line comes Olaroon, manifesting his blade. As he does, go ahead and make your attack roll.
That's a 26.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
So that does 12 points of damage plus another 3, so 15 points of damage with the first attack due to Hexblade's Curse.
Nice. So yeah, your blade comes reaping into him. Armor class across the board on the lizard folk is 15. Anything else, Olaroon?
That is all I can do this turn.
The lizards yelp in surprise. They sort of bark, and the underside of their gills, I don't know, the giblet. Yeah.
Sorry, one question. Did I have advantage on that attack?
They are surprised.
Okay,
So-
I didn't roll with advantage like an idiot. Just so
Go for it.
Is it all right if I
Yeah.
roll one more time just in
Yeah,
case
go
I
for it.
nat 20, which I don't. I dirty 20, but even so, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'd rather make sure we do it.
It's less about the surprise and more because if you're attacking from stealth.
Right. That's
And
always
they
an
haven't
odd
seen
thing
you
to
yet.
like melee attack from stealth. But
Melee attacking is a little bit weirder
yeah,
from stealth.
the
but-
range attack from stealth makes perfect sense. The melee attack from stealth, I'm like,
But how? Yeah.
Naruto run, obvi. Okay, after Olaroon, Talroth.
All right, so I'll just kind of run in, just ignoring the little guys, bring the double-bladed scimitar around, and just slash once for kind of get in front of that larger those folks, and just once it slashes throat, bonus action to try to pull away, see if I can draw some fire.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
And you were saying these attacks are with advantage, correct?
Sure.
At least your first one.
Thank God that
Your
was with
first
advantage. So that's a 20 total.
Yes, that will hit.
Wow, most of my dice all ended up on 2s, so 16 slashing damage.
16 slashing damage. Okay. That is good. So as you disengage and move away, Talroth, which I actually realized I've been remembering the D&D Next version of disengage, which gave you movement speed, and disengage in proper 5th edition just lets you move without taking an attack of opportunity. But you shift to the side, give you 5 feet, no big deal, and you do seem to be drawing some attention.
Cool. And I'll just flourish the blade, just kind of distracting this guy.
Mhm.
Because he's got Olarin and me on him, so hey, pay attention to me. Don't pay attention to the big gold tin can about to fuck you in the ass.
Absolutely. Okay, Sirach.
You said there's big guy, but then there's another guy. Was that a magic-y guy, or was that another big guy with a mask?
Magic-y guy. Does have a mask. Magic has a mask too.
All right, I am going to Hunter's Mark magic-y guy.
Okay.
So let me click that. Boom. And then I'm going to make 2 attacks on him with my longbow because I'm 5th level and I get 2 of those now.
Nicely done.
Yay!
All right, the first one's going to be an 18 plus 9 for a 27.
That'll hit.
Double ones. So that's going to be, it's 1d8 plus 4, so it'll be 5. So 6 damage on the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack is for a dirty 20.
Yeah, second arrow finds its mark.
Oh my god, another 1! That d8 is no longer playable in this game, so another 5 damage.
Okay. No more points of damage. The second arrow strikes true, and you hear it sort of bellow out, and is in a chunk of pain. Not quite bloodied, but definitely not pleased. The lizards start to draw their weapons and gather themselves together. They'll be able to act on their next turn. Stitch.
All right. From where I am 30 feet away, can I shoot at the large one with sharpshooter?
Yeah.
That is a that'll hit. It's 15 plus 4, so 19 to hit.
Great.
And I'm gonna go ahead and make it an arcane shot.
Okay.
So it will be a grasping arrow.
Okay.
So it's gonna take 10, 11, 15, 25 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
9 of which were poison. And its movement speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes extra slashing damage the first time it moves on each turn, 1 foot or more. He can use an action to remove the brambles that wrap around his feet if he would like on his turn.
Okay, how much was the damage total?
It was 9, 10, 11, 15, 25.
25. Okay. Nice.
And then,
Go ahead.
then second attack on the same dude. Gonna go sharpshooter again. Oh, that's a nat 19.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it's only 15 points of damage because I rolled a 1 on the damage die, much like my friend Sirach. Fuck longbows.
God damn.
Honestly. And I'll run kind of towards the group, but kind of at a circle so that I stay a little bit away. but
Okay.
then closer.
And treasure.
So, seeing that everybody's kind of corralling him in, which is exactly what she wants to do,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to run up as hard and fast as she can,
Mm-hmm.
slam the first one that she can get. So, whoever's on the back, slam them in the back of the head with the pommel, and then the second attack is going to be a come down.
Okay.
So, it's going to be those 2 attacks.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's roll them.
The first attack's going to be an 18.
18 hits.
And the second attack is going to be a 10.
And a 10. Okay. A 10 to hit?
I think. Oh, it does hit. Okay.
No. 10 misses. 10 misses.
Misses. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to do the damage for the pommel strike then.
Okay. Thanks, Matthew. I didn't realize it was going to be uns music, but apparently it is. I'm sorry, guys.
It's 12 damage for the one attack.
12 damage on the one attack. Okay, he is well and truly bloodied. He, Oh, wait, no. That was a different lizard.
Yeah, no, she attacked whoever was all the way in the back
Yeah.
for so that they couldn't back off. They'd have to go through her.
Right, because most of your team went to the front, and you're at the back of them. Got it. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. That sounds good. New round. Bad guys are on a king. I saw.
This is not a good dex night for treasure at all.
See me on any night, really. Usually doesn't go well.
She hid, guys. She hid once, and now she's paying the price for it. That's what happened.
That's what happened. Okay. This reminds me of that terrible club in Mass Effect. I don't want that one.
Alright, so
What card was the bad guys on again?
King.
Sorry.
King.
King.
yeah, I was about to ask who goes first here then.
You do. You absolutely have them beat on decks for sure.
Okay. There we go. Sorry.
Alright. That's
So-
gonna whip.
Ace
Okay.
is so Clever Stitch first.
Oh, sorry. I missed that one entirely. I'm sorry.
No big
You're
deal.
good. No worries. I will attack that big dude twice, because fuck him, right? Sharpshooter both times. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Neither of those are gonna hit. That's an 8 and a 12 to hit.
Oh, now that he's paying attention, yeah, no, that
harder to
does not hit.
Well, that sucks.
Both those arrows go flying by. Any bonus actions?
No.
Okay. Tauroth.
All right, gonna whip the other end of the blade around, and then again just try to slash this guy maybe across the eyes, just to kind of distract him.
Okay. You're aiming at the big guy, correct?
Yes, still the big guy.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Since Olaroon is also within 5 feet of him, I should get my sneak attack.
Yes, you do.
That's a total 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Much better this time. 22 damage.
22 damage. Ooh. Okay. He's barely holding on.
Cody, the music is a little bit loud.
I just got the note.
Okay.
Thank you. My apologies.
No worries.
Yep. Sorry on the music, guys. So Tauroth, just to recap for them, Tauroth attacked the big guy. He dealt 22 points of more down. Okay.
Is it possible to get close enough to the trees to kind of hide myself to kind of get out of their line of sight?
With 30 feet, yes. But if you don't disengage as a bonus action, you will take the attack of opportunity. So it's either disengage or hide. Those are your options.
I'll just stand there and go for the second hit. So I'll just bring the other end around and just try to swipe him across again.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 24 to hit.
Does
but
hit.
It's only going to be 2 damage.
Yeah, he's still there. He is still there. Okay. Hopefully now I've got the music sorted out. Sorry that track came in super hot. My apologies, Tauroth.
All good. And if I could just, I don't know, make fun of him. Just like,
Absolutely. How would you like to make fun of him?
because I'm not going to move. I'm just going to kind of stand there, just take those 2 swipes and just, I don't know, maybe fake something in lizard tongue. I mean, maybe I luck out and insult the egg he hatched from.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. You start hissing at him, and he kind of looks at you like, "Is that what you think I sound like?" He doesn't say it that. He speaks in Draconic, and it's actually just a string of curse words back at you, and then raises his trident, and okay. My apologies, guys. I'm gonna turn that song off. That was just giving us some trouble. Okay. I hope we got it. If not, I'll just turn it off. So sorry. Okay. Yes, big trident comes stabbing in towards Tauroth. That is a 18 to hit.
That's my AC.
Oof. Okay. He is going to he comes stabbing in with the trident. Both hands, or one-handed. It does stab into you. Apologize. Two-handed. No, he'll do it one-handed. Why not? That's easier. And then he's going to drive you back as he twists the trident, sort of skewering you onto it. You are going to take 4 points of piercing damage plus another 15 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Okay. And you watch as your blood sort of drips onto the trident, the mask of the lizard it lifts the blood up off of the mask and it creeps across it in this stylized sort of slashing way, and it seems to revitalize the lizard in some small way. Up next.
So that was 19 total, or would it just be the half the 15?
19 total. You can half the whole thing down to 10. Cool. So, Lizard Folk Shaman is going to you watch his mask glow, and the draconic nature sort of creep over it, and his lizard features begin to elongate. And as he does, the lizard mouth stretches out and it becomes this maw that starts to open up, and you watch his hands begin to come short and stumpy, and he calls and begins barking, and you watch as these sort of spirit entities begin to coalesce. He does two things. He polymorphs into a crocodile, and he casts Conjure Animals. And so he is going to conjure... let's see... Let's just make them all crocodiles, right? Why not? All the crocodiles, all the time. You guys now have 5 crocodiles to contend with. And that is it for that lizard. The other lizard folk are going to start to move and circle around. 2 of them are going to attack Olaroon. 2 of them are going to attack Treasure. And then 2 of them are going to go running into the woods, 1 after Clever Stitch, 1 after Sirach. So that is 6 attacks. Okay. Lizard folk. Lizard folk. Lizard folk. With javelins. Those are always fun. Oh, they get 2 attacks each. Great. Javelin and bite. Okay. Treasure and Olaroon. Treasure, you get a free attack of opportunity because this guy double nat 1'd. He broke his javelin on you, and you get to you can take a reaction and attack him if you would like. That's the guy that you hit already.
She's just looking at him with his sad, disappointed expression,
So sad.
and just pops him once with the pommel again
Yeah,
for a dirty 20.
absolutely.
That's going to be 10 damage.
Okay, 10 points of damage. He is barely holding on. The other person on you, Treasure, misses on a natural 2, but does hit with a natural 20. On his... That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage. Olaroon. Olaroon does you're in plate mail, so your AC is 18.
No, I'm in chainmail with a shield, so my AC is 18.
Okay, my bad. So this is 17 is the lowest one, which is going to miss. I apologize. That's 15 is the lowest one. The next lowest one is an 18. So the other 3 hit. So that is going to be 3d6 plus 6 points of damage. A total of 13 points of piercing damage. These lizard folk just come swarming onto you and start swiping, clawing, and biting down onto you. Clever Stitch. One lizard folk makes it to you. The second attack misses. The first one might hit with an 18. Sorry, one more time. 18 hits. Okay. That is 8 points of damage to you, Clever Stitch. And then to Sirach. 2 attacks over here. A 10 is the highest one. That's not going to hit. You sort of bird dance, jump out of the way. All those crocodiles that are now sort of circling in on you guys are going to act next turn. But there's nothing that they do this turn. So, after bad guys on a king, Sirach.
I am going to fly away from the guy I'm dealing with.
Okay. You will take the attack of opportunity.
Yes, I will. And I'm going to be about 20 feet in the air above... Sorry?
Miss. He missed.
Oh, okay. I'll be about 20 feet in the air above the shaman who I have hunters marked.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I am going to point at him, and my eyes will glow with a gray energy as I cast on him my planar warrior. And I will take 2 attacks with my bow.
Okay. Sounds good.
The lowest one is a 23.
Both hit? Absolutely.
Cool. It's a total of 28 damage.
Total of 28 damage onto the crocodile shaman. That is enough to pop him out of being a crocodile, and he does go back to being normal shaman. It's 9, but he is still up, and you guys look at it. You realize the mask is what's concentrating on the conjure animals. So he doesn't have to concentrate on it. Do you have another attack?
No, I did my 2 attacks, so
Okay.
I am good.
Sounds good, Sirach. Up next is Olaroon.
So big guy's still on me, right?
Big Eye is still on you. He is barely holding up, but there's also 2 other little guys on you.
Okay. I'm attack the big guy.
Okay.
Since I still have my Hexblade's curse on him.
Nice. Do it.
Ooh, that is a 12.
12 misses.
Yeah, it does. What can I do as a bonus action? Well, it's a whole lot of nothing, guys.
Hex?
Yeah, I'll just end my turn.
Okay. Is Hex a bonus action to cast?
Hex is a bonus action, but
If you don't want to, that's fine. That was my curiosity.
yeah, Hex is a bonus action, but I don't really feel like I need to do that right now.
Okay. Sounds good. After Olaroon is Treasure.
Okay, the guy in front of me is nearly down, right?
Yeah.
And I've got some crocs and stuff coming up, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just take care of the guy in front of me first. So let's go at that with an attack.
Okay.
And that's going to be a dirty 20.
Okay.
2d6. That's going to be 12 more damage.
Nice. That he's out. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I've just got crocs now, lots of them, right?
There is one other lizard folk on you. None of the crocs have engaged anybody in melee because they got summoned a little further away.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to just move right up into that lizard folk's face and just hit him with an upward slash.
Okay.
Uh, 15?
Yes, barely, but yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So let's go for that 2d6. Ugh, that damage was gross. Gross not in the good way. That was 6 damage.
Okay. Do you get to
one or two
Oh, thank you so much. That's right. I reroll ones.
and twos?
Yep. That was much better. So that's 14 damage.
Nice.
I'll eventually get this, but for now, I have Cole.
You're doing
Literally
great.
what I'm here for, to remind you to re-roll ones and twos.
It's
Okay.
Olaroon's job. Treasure, we don't do that here.
No, we don't do that here.
At the
I had
end...
to.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm done.
You're okay. At the end of the round, you guys hear 2 arrows come sailing in from further up the path behind you. Actually, yep, we're just gonna go with those 2 because natural 20 and natural 18. Okay. Yeah, she puts down one of the gators. You see Zabaleta, as she's been tracking with you guys and coming up behind you. You guys beat her to him. You traveled far faster than she did. But she does take out one of your conjured crocodiles. 3 crocodiles remain. New round.
Oh, nice.
Jack.
Oh, jeez. Tower. Rock.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 of us going on Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Stitch and Olaroon, you guys are up first.
All right. fucking hope I do better this time. I'm gonna roll mine one at a time this time, so I can determine if the second one needs to not
Be a sharpshooter. Who are you shooting?
The big dude still.
Big dude. Got
Which
it.
he hasn't moved yet, has he?
He doesn't have room to move, to be honest.
Listen, that is fair.
Yeah, he's pulling the tray. He's got Talroth and Olaroon in his grill. He's got his shaman beside him that just brought in a bunch of crocodiles. He doesn't have a lot of place to go anywhere, to be perfectly frank.
Fair enough. I am going to take a step back
Okay.
so that I'm not in melee with something. I will take an attack of opportunity.
Okay,
But fuck it.
sounds good. 13. Believe it misses.
That will miss.
Yep.
So sharpshooter, I think that just barely does it. Yeah, 15 to hit.
Barely, but yes.
Perfect. So 21 points of damage on the first one.
That is exactly what he had
Yes,
after
bitch.
after using Skewer to gain some temporary hit points off of Talroth.
Gross.
Yeah. So yeah, you do the next arrow just into the neck. He comes falling onto the floor, and you hear all of them sort of let out this cry of anguish and anger.
That's right, bitches. And then I will attack the shaman,
Okay.
also with a sharpshooter.
Okay.
That is also just barely it with a 15 to hit.
Okay. Yes.
And I will make that one an arcane shot, and also do grasping arrow on that dude. So that is 9, 13, 17, 27 points of damage.
The brambles wrap around his legs, up his body, and he is locked in place. He can't even fall to the ground as he is out.
And then that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. Olaroon.
Big guy's down,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The shaman's down, so all
Yes.
that's left is little guys.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular lizard men and 1, 2, 3, 4 crocodiles.
Are the crocs still up?
Yeah, because the mask is glowing.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Alright.
Where's the mask? Is the mask is on the?
It is on the
shaman
ground.
guy,
It is.
right?
It is within 5 feet of you. Yeah. The
I
shaman.
will stab the mask.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Do I have advantage because it's not moving?
You do. It is an animate. You are within 5 feet. It is considered a critical. However, it is made of adamantine, so you cannot crit on it as an item.
Okay.
So, but you do have advantage. So go ahead and roll your advantage.
I rolled a 23.
Absolutely hits.
Let's see. Here we go. That's 12 points of damage.
Okay. It's going to make a concentration check.
You know what?
Huh.
Can I throw a smite onto that?
Sure. Go for it.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw a second level smite on it because I get that back on a short rest.
Okay.
So it's another, and that's another. So that's a total of 29 points of damage.
25 hit points is what it had. You smash into the mask, and the energy of the mask sort of pulses out from around you. As the energy pulses out, it washes over you guys. You stumble just a little bit, nothing to make a check on or anything, but as the energy hits the conjured animals, the forest spirits that make them up are cast to the wind, sort of these small sprites of bubbling, glowing air. Nicely done. Olaroon, anything else?
So since all the things are gone except for it's just 3 lizard men now.
5.
Hello?
5 lizard men.
Five lizard men. Since I can see this isn't going to end this turn, I will also bonus action hex one of the lizard men.
Okay, sounds good. You pick out your lizard man that's been hitting you. You place your hex on him. Sounds good. Tauroth, I believe on the jacks you have the highest dex.
All right. Where there was one that was attacking treasure, or there was two that was attacking treasure?
She dispatched one of the ones that was attacking treasure. There's only one that remains. She's on the back end of the trailer, so you can get to her rolling over the trailer or running around it if you want. Also, Olaroon is within 5 feet of you. He's got 2 regular lizard men on him. Sirach is within 30 feet. He's got 1... No, he flew up, but the lizard guy is still there. And Clever Stitch is 5 feet from his lizard guy. So.
Okay, since I got Olaroon right there, I'll just kind of roll around him and just double swipe at one of them that's on his back.
Okay, go for it.
Two natural 18s.
Both will hit. Let's get some sneak attack on it.
So from both attacks, just kind of helicoptering in, 29 damage.
Ooh, yeah, out. Down and out, lizard man cut into julienne fries, as I have discovered. But yes, ribbons of lizard man go flying about. Nicely done. Any movement? No, you're good where you're at.
Yeah, the move was to kind of get around.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
now
You
they're
did. You had some
between me and
movement
Oliver.
left, but you don't need to go anywhere. So, I apologize. Treasure, what's your dex?
Terrible.
1 or a 0?
It's a 0.
Okay, then bad guys go now, because they have a 1. So Treasure, 2 attacks on you. 18 is the higher, 15 is the lower. I think the 18 hits.
Yeah, the 18 meets and beats.
Okay, so that is 8 points of piercing damage on you. One dude on Olaroon, so he's going to spend 1 attack, first attack on Olaroon, second attack on Tauroth, as he's now trying to like juggle between raptor attack between the two of you guys. Olaroon is a 23, Tauroth is an 18. I believe that hits both of you. Same damage for everybody, 4 points of piercing damage as he stabs out with his spear in one direction, spins, stabs the other person. He's fighting a losing battle, but he's gonna try to take one of you down with him. Clever Stitch, 2 17s to hit you as he moves within melee. 11 points of damage. And Sirach, my flyy birdie boy, we're gonna chuck 1 javelin at you, because that's all he has. And it misses. Goes flying by.
Just try, motherfucker.
Okay, Treasure.
Well, because this guy had the audacity to hit her.
How dare he?
How dare he? Now she's going to get mad and activate her Searing Smite on him.
Okay.
Great. Barbecue lizard.
Barbecue Lizard indeed.
Mm-hmm.
She got a 19 altogether.
Yes, hits.
He's going to have to make me a con save.
Okay.
Or lizard's gonna get lit on fire.
Yep, failed.
So he takes 13 regular damage.
Okay.
and an additional 6 fire damage.
With the
And now he's on fire and will continue to take fire damage for the next couple turns.
with the smash you had already placed into his face last turn, that strike hits, and his he's cooking on the way down as he thumps into the ground.
And she just dusts herself off, like, so upset about this whole situation.
Nicely done.
Like, how dare?
All right, after Treasure, Sirach.
I am going to look back at the one who just threw a javelin at me, which was the one who came up to me before.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will shift my hunter's mark from the dead shaman over to this guy, and I will make 2 attacks with my bow.
Nice.
The first one misses with a 13, but the second one hits with a 27.
Yes, it does.
So that deals 9 piercing damage to him.
Okay, 9 piercing damage. Yeah, he is just at bloodied, almost. Cool. I think that's it for the round. New round. Oh, Zavaleta is going to shoot. Which one of you looks like you're in trouble? Clever Stitch. She watched you get bashed in the face. You're closer. Everybody else has multiple people on them. So, she misses once, but she will hit the second time. And she deals... She deals about half its point of its hit points. Do it in damage. Okay. New round. Last round. I'm on a 7. I'm pretty sure you guys are all before me.
You will go before me.
Okay.
But I think everybody else.
Clever Stitch, if we make it that far, something
I
went
will be
terribly
surprised.
wrong. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Is King the
It's
highest?
Treasure. It's Treasure first.
Treasure
with
on
an
an
A.
ace. Yay! Good for you, Treasure.
For once. Okay. I decimated this thing. Is there anything else within reach, or how far is the closest ones, like the ones that Olaroon and Talroth are dealing?
The closest
Right.
one is Olaroon and Talroth. That's 20 feet away. But you can make it. You're only 30 feet from Clever Stitch and his bad guy, or about 30 feet from where Sirach had left his bad guy. You have your pick of bad guy. Do you want one healthy or at half health?
Which one appears to be in the best health?
The one that has been shooting at Sirach. Throwing...
Okay, so
Okay, Sirach.
she's literally going to run him over. Like,
Okay.
that's just what's going to happen.
Do it. Wait, Sirach, did you hit that? No.
I hit him already.
You hit him. The one that's healthiest is the one that has 2 people on him. That's the one that's
Okay.
healthiest.
So she's literally going to run into that.
Okay.
Like, literally, full body, run into that, sword forward. We're just going to skewer it. We're basically jousting without a horse.
Yeah, full charge. Let's do it. The hoofbeats of war.
Full charge indeed. 15 plus 7. I am so bad at math.
Hits. 22.
Okay. So it's going to be 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
And then, oh, I forgot my second attack that I can do on that one. Let's
Yes.
do that. That's going to be 15.
Hits. Did you make your second attack roll, or were you rolling damage?
I'm rolling second attack now.
Yes. 15 hits.
And then damage. And then it's 11 damage.
11. Oh, no. Oh, he's barely up.
He has a 1.
He's got
I know
one.
that voice.
He's got 1. Yeah.
That's what DMs use when they're like, geez, I gotta go through the whole nother round for this.
He's-
I mean, if he just has 1, I have action surge and will absolutely cloppity clap my entire golden ass all over this poor lizard.
mhm.
Well, just double checking. Were any of those damage rolls 1 or 2?
No.
Okay.
I'm watching now.
You
Sounds
just
good.
gotta
Well-
tell her once, and she's there for the rest of the game. Just if she doesn't realize it from the beginning, she needs help.
It's that first one. It's that first one we got to get through.
But yeah, I'll action surge just to finish this guy off.
Okay.
If he looks that bad. 9 plus 7, so 16.
He's out. Yeah. Nicely done. You can roll damage if you want. I will never
Sure.
begrudge you the chance to roll damage, but
So that's going to be 9 damage. Literally 9 damage.
yep. Down and out as the blade with a third mighty swipe just skewers and sends his corpse spraying across the field. All right. After Treasure, Sirach.
Okay, I will first point at the guy who threw the spear at me and Primal Warrior, Portal Warrior, Planar Warrior. That's the word I'm looking for. Planar Warrior him, so I will release the attack. That'll be a miss, but my second attack will be a hit with 22.
Okay.
That'll be 6 plus, that's 10 damage
10 points of damage.
because the world hates me.
Oh. Okay.
I rolled a 1 on a d8 and a 1 on a d6.
Okay. Well, he's barely alive. Who's next? Talroth.
Well, I was going to ask before when I saw Treasure rushing in, could I have just used my reaction for Skirmisher to get out of the way of that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Yeah, because I know better than to stay in her way, so it's like, I'll just move half my speed away from that
Mhm.
collision,
Yeah.
and whichever one is closest next, then I'll just rush up and just swing at him.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, why don't you take out Sirax? He's got 1 hit point left. Or you can go to Clever Stitches. He's got 13.
Yeah, I'll just. Ooh, which one is closer, Stitch or Sirax?
You are the triangle right now. You are at the tip of the equilateral triangle. Tweety or Sylvester?
Would I have enough movement to get to one and then get to the other?
No. If you bonus action dash, yes, but then you wouldn't get the attack that you're looking for.
Use your training. Learn how to throw things. Dex is your friend.
That was literally going to be my next question. If I rush to one, slash at him, could I just whip a knife at the other?
I'll allow it. Yes.
Cool. So the first hit on the one that was the healthier one was a natural 18.
Hits.
And then the dagger throw for the next one, that is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage on the first one. We don't need it on the second.
No sneak attack on that one, though, yeah?
No. No, because... Wait. No, yeah, Clever Stitch is within 5 feet of it. So
Yeah.
you do. I had to make sure I had the right one in my head.
All right, so 21 damage to that guy.
That's showtime.
And then throwing the dagger to the other one, it's a 4.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is a very dramatic moment already. Is there any flair you would like to put on this?
So, jumping out of the way of Treasure's bull rush, just kind of pushing off the cart, rushing over to the one guy, just decapitate the first one that was attacking Clever Stitch. Kind of Darth Maul spin the the scimitar behind my back, pull the other knife out, and just flick it over into the other guy's neck.
Yeah, and it sticks with a satisfying thud, as all the impacts make this wonderfully dramatic sort of rhythm into them, and the final beat of which is the heavy corpse of the lizard folk thudding into the ground. It is late, but we're going to leave you guys with this. You start to look about. There are some adamantine masks for you to collect. One of them seems to have been damaged or lost its charge. However, as you look within the crates of goods that the lizard folk were taking away with them, you find a wide variety of statues, masks. They don't seem terribly old, but they are religious relics and paraphernalia, but they are all of the Republic's pantheon.
Can I make a religion check to see which one is which?
They have it for at least one of each. There are all members of the pantheon are represented.
Interesting.
So on that little head scratcher, we are gonna call it a night.
Ooh.
Yeah. Think about it. Think about it all week. Thank you guys for a wonderful game. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. We did run a little over. Thank you guys at home. I know that Twitch had a problem with everybody. We're gonna try to get this one up as soon as possible on the YouTubes and to the patrons. We're gonna see you guys next time, but until then, be cool.